4, 3, 2.
It says we're live already, man. You behind.
Sound about right.
Welcome to the speakeasy.
All right, but we here.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. And make sure my phone turned down. And share this link for our loyals.
Boom, 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 boom. Bunk in the house.
What's up? Thanks for having me.
Man, we appreciate you being here, my brother. How you feeling this evening, Bunk? David Bunk, man, tell the people who you are.
Great. We got NBA playoffs going on. We got the kickoff of college football. We got NFL, baseball, golf, hockey. What you need, racing, everything's going on right now. I love it.
Whatever you
know, just sports year round, all the sports. Let's do it.
Let's go. Ron, how you feeling today, man? Well, I know I say today, it's evening for me, but I know you West Coast folks live different. So how you feeling?
Nice.
Ron, is it just me or is Ron breaking up?
Nice. I'm breaking up already.
Bunk, is it just me or is he breaking up?
Yeah, I got it's frozen on my screen too. Yeah,
okay.
You're coming through fine.
All right, man. Well, you know what, man? We as we do with most pod, we just gonna keep it moving without Ron. He's a great producer, but his on camera skills is all right.
Oh, don't do it like that, no.
So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome back to another segment of the Speakeasy. This is our Monday segment. We call it the Monday Knockout. This is where we get together and we talk sports and we kind of get our sports fix from over the weekend while also watching sports on the tube. So as we're coming together today, as we're coming to you live, we are also watching the Monday Night Football game. So we'll be talking about that as well if something good happens. Ron, how you feeling, man?
Am I good now? My visual is straight.
I got you.
I didn't want to go on without you, man. I know you.
I heard you talking.
Man, you ain't hear nothing. I said,
I'm ready to talk some sports.
All right, so come on, fella, let's get into it. All right, so we're gonna start with the NBA. We got a full docket tonight. The first thing in the NBA that blew my mind. So I'm watching football. I had no idea basketball was on. Boom! I hear the Nuggets done force a game 7. That boy Joker had 34 points. Come on, Bunk. How you feel about that, man? Talk to the people.
Man, I love this Nuggets team. They're so much fun to watch, and it doesn't seem to really matter what the score is at any point in the game. I was watching midway through the third quarter. I think they were down 16 or so, and they just looked dead in the water. So I flipped it back to the red zone, watched 3 or 4 touchdowns, come back, and my guys are only down 3. What are we doing? LA just mailed it in the whole second half. I think they scored 30-something points the second half. So. Yeah. You know, I'm real interested to see what happens in this game 7 because I know which team I think is the better team, you know, which team looks better on paper. But, man, this Denver team just seems to have a little fight to them. So yeah, I'm ready to see what happens.
Right.
By us, does that mean you a Clippers fan?
Did I say – I didn't mean to say us. I said I think I know which team's a better team on paper. But no, I'm not a Clippers fan at all. I grew up a Lakers fan, but now I'm just a fan of the association.
Hey, man, let me tell you this. Ron's going to hear a lot of thoughts for you, man. He's going to say some things. He's going to try to get you off the game. Ron, come on, man. How you feeling?
Before we talk about anything going on in basketball, can we take a second to acknowledge the king, LeBron James? In 2020, that old man still swinging his thing. Pause. Greek freak taken out by cannonball. Kawhi struggling back-to-back series. The Lakers ain't this. The Lakers ain't that. I know we gotta talk about Denver.
Yeah. So I'll tell you, the Clippers seem to be falling into the same trap against Denver that LA fell into early against Portland. And you can't jump shoot with these young jump shooting teams. Right. You gotta put your head down and take the ball to the rack. As soon as LA started doing that against Portland, the series was over. The Clippers hadn't figured that out against the Nuggets. They keep trying to shoot jump shots with these cats, which is what Jamal Murray wants to do, what Gary Harris wants to do. It's even what Jokic wants to do to a certain extent. You know, I mean, he's either going to shoot the jumper or pump fake you and then get by you and look for somebody to dish to. So, I mean, by shooting jumpers with them, LA's playing right into the Nuggets' hands.
I got 2 questions for you, Bump. How in the world could you say Portland got the Lakers trapped in anything? They won 1 game and got gentlemen swept out the way. Are you sure that's the right comparison you want to use, my brother?
No, I just meant from a style. If you go back and look at game 1, LA shot a lot of jump shots in game 1. That they didn't do that the rest of the series. I mean, they still shot plenty of jump shots, but they really got their offense by attacking the rim. So no, the series weren't similar. I'm just talking about falling into that trap of shooting jump shots.
It was up 3-1. CJ, what the hell happened?
Oh yeah.
Well, first, let's give the king his respect. You are right. We could have led with that, but the king does what the king does. You understand? So it's not like I was shocked. Like, oh my, LeBron's making it to another finals, a conference finals. Come on, man. I know it's in the West, but we all knew he was going to the conference finals, bro. Like, nobody said the Lakers was not making it. Come on, let's just be real. Now, I think they fell asleep, man. Clippers, they fell asleep. Kawhi Leonard, I don't know if it's something wrong. It's like, he shouldn't have left Toronto. That's number 1. But not if he wanted to win, not from a, off the court kind of, stuff, do what he do. But on the court, he should have stayed in Toronto. They just don't have that dog in them, bro. Like they have those guys on the team, but Kawhi doesn't have another player that he can kind of really rely on. Like Paul George just
Pandemic P.
Bro. He can put up points, but he's not gonna be that guy, bro. Like the team is just not built well. I don't know. I expected them to be very, very good. I guess I expected Kawhi to take what he did in Toronto and bring that over there, because you look at the people around him, and that just hasn't been them all year. Like, so I mean, they getting tested right now, and best believe whichever one of them teams we'll pick, but whichever one of them teams make it to the next round, the Lakers gonna beat their ass. That just is what it is. LeBron beating somebody to sleep. That's just what he gonna do.
How many games, bro? How many games the Lakers gonna struggle with? 6 or 5 again?
Well, that depends on who the Lakers. That depends on who the Lakers. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it then. All right, Ron, who wins game 7?
You remember like a couple episodes ago? And I came home, it was all the fellas. It was 5 of us, Bump. And I came with crazy theories. I was like, you know what? Denver Nuggets and the Toronto Raptors can make it to the NBA Finals. Everybody laughed at me. And I just want to give a salute to my picks.
You did say Denver. You did.
I did.
And I think we laughed you off the phone. Or
as well as the Toronto Raptors, but they just lost in that game 7.
Yeah, still going back.
I still couldn't lose in that game 7 because CJ, I was thinking about it today. I was like, shit, the Clippers is about to lose, but it's something you say to me all the time. Ron, you think the NBA is really about to let Denver go to the conference finals to play the Lakers? That ain't gonna happen. Them refs is
Where's Tim Donaghy? Go get Tim Donaghy. We gotta shut it down.
The NBA ain't gonna let that happen. The refs is gonna be setting up. Let's watch the foul calls closely.
I love the conspiracy theory. I love it. Bunk, go ahead, man. Tell me who wins game 7.
Man, you can't beat the Clippers curse, man. Give me the Nuggets.
Oh,
give me the Nuggets. The Clippers always gonna be the Clippers. It don't matter if they can. They could get LeBron next year, and it might not help. It's the Clippers.
Well,
wow. Okay, hold on. Let me look up this spread. He just said, "Let's go with it." The Clippers. You confident with that? Right, you saying it with your chest?
You know what? I would just by what we've been watching for these last few games. Denver would win it, bro. But I got to go back.
They just did it.
Ron, but I'm just saying, Ron, you took what I was going to say, bro. I was going the conspiracy theory route, like the NBA. Of course, they're making money now, but they have lost a lot of money with like the season being gone and everything. They are not going to miss an opportunity to put the Clippers versus the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals, but it's just not because
but the Clippers just don't draw the ratings like that. You know, it's not.
But the
like,
Lakers do, but it wouldn't even be the Clippers. It would be LeBron and AD versus
Kawhi and Paul George.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what they would do the matchup is, and everybody would tune in. Everybody would tune in. Like
both of these teams are going to try to choke. Though, watch, it's not going to be a good. It's going to be an ugly game. It might be a close game, but it's going to be ugly because both teams are going to make terrible plays down the stretch.
I'll just say this: if Denver wins that game, they have to beat the refs as well. Yeah. They're gonna have to beat the refs.
Right now, Vegas got the Clippers as -7 favorite.
Ooh, that's pretty big in a game 7, but there's no home court advantage. There's no crowd. There's no, you know what I mean? Like,
it's ball. I respect the bubble, man. I respect what the NBA doing. I actually think they should do something like that for every playoffs. Just go to the bubble.
Man, I've been saying for years that the NBA should do a Christmas tournament mid-season. You know, like a one and done Christmas tournament, and figure out some kind of way to make that count. Like that team automatically gets home court advantage or something. You know what I mean? But that would be so hot around Christmas, just like have teams fighting for it. And then like all of a sudden you get like a Phoenix Suns in the playoffs or something because they won that tournament.
Bro, that's what I know. Like I do feel
should have happened this year.
Yeah.
How you invite them boys and do that? All right, so
they won every game, right? Won every game and still didn't make the playoffs.
No,
they won every game. How do you invite me to a bowl? How do
not
you
even get a play-in opportunity?
I'm locked down like I'm on military base, locked down. Can't leave, none of that. And I win every game, and I don't even get a chance at the dance. Are you crazy? What kind of logic is that? Why did I show up? Why? All right, moving on.
Oh, ready.
Huh? No.
You got to talk some basketball, man.
Huh? No, go ahead. What you got?
First of all, shout out to the fans, the loyals. Our comment section is looking very dry. If y'all in here with us tonight, it look like we got a lot of viewers. Send us some love. What you think about all the sports moments and memories being made? What y'all want us to talk about? How y'all think we feel? What does it mean for the Clippers if they lose tomorrow night? Paul George and Kawhi both on 2-year contracts. Clippers gave up all their picks at OKC. If they get waxed and then they leave next year,
bro, they're gonna get waxed either tomorrow or by the Lakers next year. Either way.
They can lose to the Lakers, but if they lose to the Nuggets, it might be the worst sports moment ever. Ever. Worst collapse. Is that worse than Golden State losing to Cleveland?
No. Yeah. Because that's King James, bro. No. It's not the same. I don't think you can compare those two. That doesn't sound even remotely close to me. The only reason I say
and Golden State had the whole Draymond thing, suspension. Like,
you know what it's similar to? When OKC was up 3-1 on Golden State.
Yes. Yeah, that's a good comparison.
But to me, man, the biggest surprise is the Bucks. Like everybody just knew the Bucks were going to the finals. Like that was the biggest surprise.
They didn't have the right kind of team around Giannis. I never was a believer. They're a great regular season team, but because of the way their roster is constructed, they don't really have anybody that creates for other people. Mm-hmm. And the only guy they have that can create for other people can't shoot. So it really,
now that
if you watch what Miami did and built that wall, every time Giannis came anywhere near the paint, they built that wall and nobody else could. So Bledsoe can create for Bledsoe. Middleton can create for Middleton. That's fine. But nobody else can create for somebody else. And in the playoffs, you need those kind of people. That's why Caruso's getting minutes for the Lakers. It's not because he's going out there scoring 40. It's because he'll move the ball and get people open, and there it is. You don't have to be a star. Malcolm Brogdon was good at that last year for the Bucks.
Man, look, the biggest problem with the Bucks.
Tyler said we can't believe we talk about basketball after a whole weekend of football. Before we transition to football, what was I about to say?
Hold tight, Tyler.
Don't leave us, buddy. Don't leave us. We gonna get there.
Before we transition to football.
I was trying to go through the topic, Tyler, but Ron stopped us.
Before we talk about as we talk about the Bucks issues, where do y'all want to see P3 next year? Miami, Lakers, or Bucks? I think that's his three options, or maybe Philly.
Well, I mean, he would be nice in Philly. He would. And Ben Simmons can do what he's supposed to do. Go play the three. Get out of here. You're not the point guard, but you can't even. You shoot worse than Rajon Rondo. Get out of my face. What are we doing right now? I would
Shout out Mike Earls.
I would like to see CP3. If he went to Milwaukee, I think that would be pretty dope. I would like to see that. Him and Giannis, like somebody like Bunk was saying, you know, that can get out there and create for others as well as shoot the ball. So he fixes that problem overnight right there. I mean, Eric Bledsoe's great at finishing at the rim, and now he's like a pretty good point guard, but he ain't no CP3. So I would like to see him go there at all places. Just for balance too. I don't want to see him go to the Lakers. I mean, I wouldn't be mad at him if he went, you know. And I don't. But Miami would be a good fit too. But I would like to see him CP3, Chris Middleton, and Giannis. That big three. That would be pretty cool.
So Giannis came out and said he wasn't going to ask for a trade, but I mean, we all know that still means he could leave after the season, right?
Right. That ain't you didn't say.
We've seen that so many times.
Right.
We've seen that so many times.
All right, real quick though, before we go, moving on. Mike D'Antoni, you know, he's leaving. I thought it was just funny how this man went to them and was like, yeah, I'm not coming back next year. Like, I'm a free agent, like the head coach. Tell him that. But I think he just want to leave because he's sick of Westbrook, bro. Westbrook ain't it, man. Westbrook.
I don't want him in Philly.
Ever since Westbrook started talking noise about my boy KD, he ain't never been the same. Just tell him, I better stop talking about my guy. Stop talking about my guy.
How mad is Westbrook that Rondo's brother's still in the bubble? And he's in the house.
Oh, okay. All right, who y'all got the Eastern Conference Finals? Heat and the Celtics.
Bro, why is the Celtics the favorite?
Who you got?
Celtics are favored to win this series. Bunker already said they don't got nobody to guard Bam. I feel like Jimmy ain't gonna be able to stop Tatum, but he'll punch him in the mouth a couple times. Mm-hmm. Miami's Arsenal, man. My favorite player in the NBA is Tyler Hero.
Hey man, Tyler Hero should have got. I'm not saying he should not have won Rookie of the Year. I don't want anybody to like misconstrue that. But my man should have got some love because he's a flamethrower and has been doing it all year. All year he'll go out there and get you 15 points a game on a team that already has established veterans. You know, so like I thought he had a very impressive rookie season. He's not my favorite player, but he's good.
A little bit too much.
I got the Heat, man. I actually got the Heat in 6 games, and I got the Heat in 6 games for one reason. Jimmy motherfucking Butler. That's why I got the Heat. He gonna will them boys. Miami is rolling. The only
Miami looks really tough. Miami looks really tough, and Miami's got a lot of matchup problems for Boston. Like I said, especially Bam. I don't think Boston has an answer for Bam. You know, Tice can stay with Olynyk and guys like that. But
let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Since we talking about matchups, I was actually going to ask who was Marcus Smart going to guard. Mike Earls just commented, put Marcus Smart on Tyler Hero and it's over.
I think Marcus Smart's going to have to guard Jimmy.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I think Marcus Smart's going to have to guard Jimmy if he can stay out of foul trouble.
Right, unless you want Jimmy.
I mean, Tatum can guard Jimmy. Tatum's a very good defensive player for a young guy, but you just don't want him expending that kind of effort on defense early. Like in the fourth quarter, okay.
Jaylen Brown gonna get in there too,
bro.
Yeah, like if I'm
Smart,
them, it's go ahead.
No, I was gonna say Marcus Smart is gonna have him in the fourth.
Yeah, if he's got a few enough fouls, that's the concern about Marcus on Jimmy is Jimmy's gonna get the foul calls. He's going to put it in there. He's got a really good mid-range game. This year's kind of been a return to the mid-range game, man. There's a lot of, throw the analytics out when you got guys like Tatum and Kawhi and Kemba and Jimmy Butler, because they're tearing them. Chris Paul, masterful in the mid-game. So that's been kind of fun to watch in these playoffs. It's not just go down and shoot a three. You've seen a lot of mid-range. But to answer the original question, I'm going to go Boston in 7, man. I like Tatum. I like Brown. I like Kemba. I like Brad Stevens. I think even if they get punched in the mouth early, they can absorb it and bounce back. Miami will probably take game 1. I feel that because I think Miami's going to be the aggressor in game 1. But I think Boston will make some adjustments and wind up winning the series in 7. But it's going to be a great series either way. I expect this to go 7 games.
Okay.
Nice analysis.
They said Heat. You said Boston.
Y'all seen a little cartoon series, Game of Thrones? Not Game of Thrones, but the basketball.
Game of Zones or whatever. Right. I haven't watched it in a while, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Do you remember how they had Jimmy Butler portrayed in the Game of Zones? That's how he is in real life. That's the real him. That's how he is, bro. They're not, the Celtics don't want none of that, man. The Celtics don't.
My pick.
Look, who
Jimmy
you got?
Butler, the Game of Zone Slayer, Heat in 5 games.
Heat in 5. Ooh.
So woo!
You got it. Heat in 5.
That's aggressive. I like it.
I
Hey,
I can see it happening. I ain't gonna say it is, but let's get the people some football.
All right, man. Now let's get into some college football talk. Fellas. Let's get the boring stuff out of the way, right? The Big Ten.
Hey, Fry, I was about to start talking about NFL.
No, huh? You want to go? Y'all want to go to the NFL?
No. College first.
Make them wait.
Oh, you said
the anticipation.
Hey, you didn't say what kind of football. But anyway, man. So as we see, the Big Ten, they're still in limbo. Originally they didn't want to play football. They thought it was unsafe. Now they see these conferences and about some pressure from some high political people, like y'all president is pushing them to play ball. They're looking at it. So they're still in limbo after meetings, but some people say they had meetings, some people say they didn't have meetings. So I don't think it's realistic to think that the Big Ten is coming back. How you feel about it, Bunk?
I just don't understand why they made the call so early. Obviously, we've seen from other leagues you can push back and wait and take kind of a more wait and see approach. Everybody's kind of looking at the same data and interpreting it differently. So maybe them in the Pac-12 saw, what they saw. They decided not to play football. But the SEC has pushed their season back several weeks. The ACC I think started like a week late maybe. So I would have liked to have seen the Big Ten take that approach and wait and see and maybe give the players an opportunity. But, it kind of – I'm not going to fault people for taking a safe approach, especially when these are unpaid student athletes we're talking about. They're not protected by unions. They don't have some of the things in place that the professionals have. However, I would have liked to have seen them wait and see what happens, see how it plays out.
Right. Chime in, Ron.
You said Big Ten football ain't coming back?
It's in limbo right now.
Yeah.
They're not
As
scheduled.
a Michigan fan, that just means we ain't gonna get our ass beat by Ohio State. I think we on a 15-0 losing streak.
Gonna put up 70 on y'all.
Last time we won was the last time we won 2004. That was a huge game, but
all right.
We survived.
Well, enough for the Big Ten talk. Because if you're not playing ball, we ain't really got nothing to say.
No, that's enough on that.
Yeah,
even if they were playing ball, that's enough.
All right, so look. This really dawned on me, bro. And this hurts me to say as a Gator fan. But Georgia Tech may be the kings of Florida. And the reason why I say that is they just upset Florida State. And then last year they beat Miami. And then the year before that, they beat Miami. Now, Florida hasn't they beat you 2 years in a row. Dave, I see you looking around.
Oh, the drink just came out.
Oh man, I didn't know that. You got me there, but no, you're right.
So Florida hasn't even beaten Miami 2 in a row. So I just feel like that Georgia Tech can really run around like Jeff Collins can run around with the 404 and put King of Florida and just walk around like I feel like y'all got to check in. If y'all want to go outside, y'all got to check in. I just thought fair. That was so fair. As a Miami fan, my brother, like I want to give you a chance to like just tell me what's going on, man. Like how does a proud program like Miami lose to like the Georgia Technical Institute of Technology?
Well, you have to want to lose first of all. Step one, you gotta show up and want to lose. I'll tell you, that game last year was an exercise in futility. I don't quite remember the game year before. Maybe I've blacked it out of my memory because man, I can't believe that. But no, you're right. But now that game last year, Miami started slow offensively, which they had a tendency to do. And then the thing that was kind of a problem all year, Miami missed 3 makeable field goals against Georgia Tech. If you go back and look at the stats, they were even in yardage, they were even in turnovers. Miami had a little bit of an edge in time of possession, but the real difference was 0 for 3 from field goals, and none of them were extremely long field goals. And one of them, I believe, would have won the game, or at least given Miami the lead in the fourth quarter. And so I went back and looked at Miami games last year that they lost by a touchdown or less. And in those games, they were 8 of 15 from field goals. And so if you think about it, even though a touchdown's more than a field goal, if you think about the game pressure that puts on a team closing the gap, I know against Georgia Tech and North Carolina, they had a chance to win games possibly with field goals. So hopefully they've addressed some of those issues moving forward. The quarterback play definitely seems to be in a much better spot. The kicker Saturday went 2 for 2 last Thursday rather went 2 for 2 from field goals. So I expect it to be a better Miami team this year. I'm still not sure I trust them against the upper echelon teams, like the Clemsons of the world. Yes. But I expect Miami to, win a lot more of their game and put a better showing this year than they did the last 2.
I don't know. All right. Well, let me see.
We talking about Miami. Y'all might as well let me vent about my Michigan Wolverines and Hall.
Yeah, man. Let's hear about the bums too. Come on.
No, we don't talk about bums on this platform because I Googled Miami last year ASAP. Soon as Bum went into death, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, y'all lost to Duke.
Yeah, it was bad news. And if you look at all those games, I think they lost six games by less than a touchdown. Like it just was bad.
Look at their last game of the season, bro. Look at their last game.
Yeah,
the last one.
Yeah, Manny. Even though it's only year 2, Manny should consider himself in the hot seat, dude.
When FIU say they the new University of Miami, they say y'all the University of Coral Gables now, bro. They say they the real the U.
That'll get you bopped with a helmet. They know better.
Okay, CJ, you got your 5 minutes in glory. All of this just so we can know how amazing the Gators are.
What? I didn't say that, brother. We talking about Tech. That was the whole segment was about Tech. All right, real quick though, y'all heard about
Tech beat everybody in Florida but y'all.
Right. But we'll beat the dog stew out of Georgia Tech. Do you hear me? We'll run Georgia Tech out the building.
Bung, I thought he said this wasn't about Florida.
But no, you brought
See how I caught him?
It's always about Florida with Gators fans, man. I'm telling you. It don't matter what it is. You can be talking about golf. They'd be like, well, man, Dan Mullen would have went for it. He laid up. Dan Mullen would have went for it.
I mean, well, since y'all had the doors up, you might as well.
Can we go to the NFL now? Somebody text Tyler. I'm out of texting.
Tyler, we're coming.
Tyler works with us Monday nights, telling us that he ain't gonna listen because we ain't talking about something. So let him know when he come back. Where are you at, Tyler? Why ain't you on camera?
Hey,
so much shit.
Who you got? You heard about BJ Foster, the dude who just quit in the middle of the game. I thought that was crazy, but we ain't really got to get into that. Who you got, man? Miami and Louisville.
ESPN, so I think Louisville's probably a little bit better offensively. I think Miami's a little bit better defensively. Both teams kind of started slow last week or started slow this week and then picked it up. They're both pretty clean as far as turnovers are concerned. Miami muffed a punt, but neither quarterback turned the ball over. None of the running backs fumbled, nothing like that. It's questionable whether or not UAB might be a little bit better than Western Kentucky, but overall, I think their first week matchups were pretty even. But even as bad as Miami was last year, they beat the pants off of Louisville last year. And Miami should be better. Louisville should be better too, but Miami I think is a slight favorite.
So they're plus 2.5.
Yeah,
plus 2.5, and but ESPN has Louisville as a 76, almost 77% chance to win.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to pick Miami in big games, and since this is a 17-18 matchup, I guess that qualifies. But yeah, I like Miami based on last year and the changes that they made going into this year.
They had to get rid of 2 conferences for Miami to make it to the top 25. But
hey, I don't ask questions. I just look at the rankings.
Ron, you are our resident gambling expert. What would you say, bro, if I was a betting man? Which way would you tell me to go, man?
Because I'm looking at all the stats, all the info, and I'm like, bro, you really think Miami about to win, huh? My man Cunningham for Louisville, looking like the repeat of Lamar Jackson, 350 yards, 3 touchdowns, balling
against that vaunted Western Kentucky defense.
Yeah, Western Kentucky,
yeah. Whereas Miami put up 337 rushing yards against a defense that was in the top 20 last year.
Yeah.
So I mean, that like I said, UAB might be a little bit better than Western Kentucky, but not enough to really garner anything from the 2 games.
All right, somebody wait Tyler. Let's go to the NFL. Let's go to the NFL. The first thing I want to get into is overreactions. It's Overreaction Monday, fellas. Bunk, I saw you post this on Facebook, and I was like, but this would be a perfect topic to talk about because we all know that there's always some overreactions. Ron, go ahead, man. Chime in.
Biggest overreaction is trade Julio Jones.
Who said that?
That's one of my big overreactions.
Boy, if you don't, you definitely overreacting. If anything, if I can need to trade Matt Ryan, I ain't gonna get rid of Julio, boy. Don't do that.
Well, I don't want Julio to end up like what was my man in Houston?
Oh,
Andre
Johnson. Andre Johnson.
Or Larry Fitzgerald.
Julio play with a quarterback that has potential.
Yeah.
To
not lose when you're up 28-3. That's it.
They should have traded him to the Patriots then, so he could have played with Cam. But what's your overreaction on this beautiful Monday evening?
Man, I think just the same overreaction that teams have every year after week 1, and that's the doom and gloom. That's the, Tom Brady's dead, the Falcons are done. Everybody that lost after week 1, their fan bases are like, oh my gosh, trade everybody. It's like that Kobe meme where it's like, trade everybody, And to me, that's always the biggest overreaction. Like we still don't know what teams are going to be. I think it's important this year, more so in years past, to start fast because you don't know what's going to happen with COVID. And if you lose some players or something like that, you don't want to try to be making up ground late in the end of the season. Right. But aside from that, it's week 1. If you can get out of here 2-2, 3-1, nothing to worry about through the first 4 weeks. So that's it. Just the overall doom and gloom for the teams that lost. We see it every year. Okay. Like there's always
I got my next reaction because Bunk ain't giving us no reactions. He's giving us the.
Let me give you a reaction, bro. I got a reaction for you.
Oh, I've got a hot take now. I got a personal overreaction.
Oh, hot take. Is that what we want? CJ, what's the goal of this? We want hot takes.
You give whatever's in your spirit, whatever's in your soul. That's what I wanted to do.
So my personal overreaction is so I've wanted Ryan Fitzpatrick to play well enough to keep Tua on the bench for at least half a season. And it didn't happen, man. The Dolphins played well enough at every position except quarterback to beat the Patriots Sunday.
They had that kid
on the field except the quarterback played well enough. And I just don't. And here's the overreaction. I don't think Fitzpatrick's got any arm left. The ball didn't seem to have any snap on it when he released it. It was, it was real. It was floaty coming out of his hand. That's floaty trademark. And so like I really think we might see Tua week 3 or week 4, and that's not what I wanted.
That's what I was gonna say. Yep.
I would hope. I want to see Tua when he's ready. I can't say that, but look, my overreaction. Minshew mania, baby.
Oh,
Jacksonville.
He's Florida team.
Was Duval.
What's the record for Jags, man? What's your prediction, bro?
Hey, man. I predict that Jacksonville Jaguars will contend for a playoff spot.
What is that? 8-8, 9-7. Say it with your chest.
I just said they're gonna contend for a playoff spot. That's my overreaction. The way my boys played. Look. Minshew say, tank. What does tank mean? What does tank mean, bro? I think that we went from. My overreaction is we went from tank mode to, you know what? We can make the playoffs overnight, baby. Let's go.
Nah, Minshew mania happened last year. He won like 4 or 5 games, and they sat him for Nick Foles.
Hey man,
that's Jacksonville's fault.
Jacksonville Jaguars has the best quarterback in the NFL. The Jacksonville Jaguars have the best quarterback. In Florida. We got the best quarterback in Florida.
No, you said the NFL. Stand by it.
No. In Florida, I
got 4.
But we got a better quarterback in Tampa Bay. We got a better quarterback than the Dolphins.
First reaction, 49ers. Overreaction, 7-9. Super Bowl hangover. What the hell happened? Next reaction, Mitchell Trubisky can actually play quarterback. Bears, 12-4 NFC championship, but they lose. Aaron Rodgers goes out for vengeance. I don't know if the Packers are going to go 13-3, 14-2, maybe 15-1, but I got him being MVP this year. Last overreaction, Cowboys, yet again.
We say talk crazy.
8-8. That's an overreaction for Cowboys fans because, they think they're going to go like 16-0, but 8-8 once again. That's all my overreaction.
I don't think that's an overreaction though, bro. The Cowboys look like
I said for the Cowboys fans. They think
they're
gonna go like 12-4.
They know it's not an overreaction.
Super Bowl.
All right, let's talk week 1. Let's get into it, fellas.
Let's start at the top.
Yeah, week 1. What you kind of give me your thoughts, man. We talking about the good, the bad, the ugly. You kind of just let us know how you felt about the week 1. What you saw, what you like, what you didn't like, what you want to see change, all that good stuff.
Thursday night, Chiefs Texans.
Man, the Chiefs, they just didn't seem to miss a beat at all coming into that game. It really it surprised me. I expected that to be a much closer game, but now, talk about week 1 overreactions. Now all of a sudden I feel like the AFC South is wide open for your Jacksonville Jaguars. I really think that there's not a whole lot of separation between the 4 teams in that division. I feel the same way about the NFC South. I don't think there's a lot of separation. They'll probably beat up on each other all year. But man, Kansas City looked like they did not miss a beat after that Super Bowl.
Yeah, it was good to see those. It was good to see them like just play the way they did. I didn't expect them to run over Houston like that. I'm not gonna lie to you. They looked, I would say, to not have the practice time in the preseason and everything, for them to look that crisp and that good, like that's scary, because you got to think like them boys are only gonna get better. Like we was looking at a rusty, you're looking at rusty teams all over. You were looking at a rusty KC team, and look how they looked. They gonna be killing people, boy. Oh, it's gonna be ugly. Ron?
I got 3 words. Goodbye, O'Brien.
Oh, you think so, bro? And did you see my boy over there in Arizona make the big play? Hopkins, how my boy made the big play. I loved it, man.
We gonna get to that game.
Vindication.
I just switched it.
Hey, man.
So
there's some very questionable personnel decisions in the NFL. Hopkins is one of them. And the other one is how the hell did they let Bill Belichick get Cam Newton for free?
Oh, free
For
99.
free.
We're gonna
Cam
have to
Newton's
play.
paying the Patriots.
We're gonna have to play who's the first coach to get fired. And Coach
Ooh.
O'Brien may be like number one. New York Jets coach is right up there.
I need Dan Quinn to
Yeah.
get fired. Dan Quinn.
I would say Dan Quinn, but Arthur Blank is not generally a fire people during the season kind of
He's
cat.
not
And
gonna do
honestly, at some point, Thomas Dimitrov has to go for the Falcons.
Right.
I thought Dimitrov should have been fired before Mike Smith was, but he's hung around this whole time, and things have not gotten better. And he's making most of the key personnel decisions.
I just don't get it. I don't understand it. Ugh.
Let's move to the next game.
Let's move to the next game.
Seahawks Falcons.
Just talked about that, bruh. Ron, we're gonna let you go first. Go ahead, man.
So I already said it. I got 3 words. Please trade Julio. I mean, the best wide receiver in my opinion. I want to see him on. Bro, could you imagine? Let me think of. I mean, Texans should try to get him. They got to replace somebody. I would love to see him with a quarterback down in Miami when Tua come back and get fully healthy and ready to take over.
You want Julio Jones to go from the Falcons to the Dolphins, bro?
That was
You
a
want him
bad
to go-
suggestion. I apologize for that.
Ron, you're my new
You know
best
what?
friend, buddy. Me and you, what you want for your birthday, dude? If I get Julio Jones, what you want? You got it.
Bruh, if the
I had to
Falcons
give
traded,
Tua somebody.
if the Falcons trade Julio Jones to Miami Dolphins, I wouldn't blame Julio for fighting everybody in the front office, like literally fist fighting.
So if we get to the trade deadline and the Falcons are more than 2 games under 500,
Trade Matt
maybe
Ryan.
3
Trade
and
Trade the
5.
coach.
Nah, they gonna have to keep Matt Ryan because they gonna have to draft a quarterback next year, and he gonna have to teach him how to be a scrub just like him. So keep him around for a little bit, though.
You got a little rough on Matt, man. You're a little rough. He needs some help on the offensive line. But
So Russell Wilson MVP, Seahawks Super Bowl. Anybody feeling it?
It was looking like, hey, let me tell you this. Russell Wilson is gonna take me to the fantasy Super Bowl just by himself. The man is amazing. He's
very, very efficient, but I don't know that he's going to put up the top end numbers to
right.
carry.
I was about to say, bro, you trying to keep up with Lamar and Patrick Mahomes, but good luck. But they did it against the Falcons because again, the Falcons are garbage, bro. Both sides of the ball.
Yeah, it just amazes me that they've had 2 defensive-minded head coaches in a row and no ability to play any defense.
Right. I mean, I figured what in Dan Quinn's first year, maybe like the first 2 years, the defense was pretty good. But after that, they fell off, man. After that Super Bowl, bro, it's just like it's been a whole different team, man. You got to get rid of all that. Everybody got to go besides Julio. Everybody got to go. Get rid of everybody.
You gonna keep Julio?
You got to,
Why you
bro.
want him to suffer?
Dog.
Next game, Jets versus Bills.
Okay, let me go first. All right, so it's been real hard for me to put respect on the Buffalo Bills names. The Bills of Buffalo. I respect. I was calling the quarterback Tim Tebow 2.0, and I feel like I disrespected that young man because he's been out there balling. And even coming off last season, I say, you know what? The Bills are gonna build. And to see them, do what they're doing, I'm gonna put some respect on them boys' name.
That was my 3 words. Ken, Allen.
I had 3 words too, and they're all about the Jets. And the first one starts with an F.
What is it?
Don't get us canceled.
Not the biggest Jets fan. But I'll tell you, man, Buffalo has been building a team smartly over the last couple years, and it seems like it's really finally starting to come together. They haven't made any big splashy moves too much. I mean, they've taken a risk on a running back here or there over the years, that sort of thing. But it just kind of seems like they're slowly but surely building a team. And so then you start to look at like what's the window for that team, how good can they be top end, that sort of thing. I think they're probably them and the Patriots probably the favorites to win the division, especially since Cam looked more than functional in that offense yesterday. But yeah, the Bills should handle the Jets pretty easily. They look like a dumpster fire.
Yeah,
which I like.
The Jets got a couple gators, man, but them boys ain't. I don't see them doing too much of anything. Move on to the next one, Ron.
Next game. Bears Lions. Y'all want my 3 words?
Ooh, let me tell you. Oh, no. Can I tell you this? Can I bring this up right? What happens when you take a Georgia quarterback and a Georgia running back and put them in the game in the last second, and you hope they winning it for you? What you think gonna happen, bro? You have never seen Georgia win a national championship in your whole life. Nobody watching this pod probably has seen it. And you trust a Georgia Bulldog to a Georgia Bulldog, and you see what happened.
Man.
Business decision, fellas. Business decision. I hope for the young men that's out there watching, business decisions. You see what happened when you had that Bulldog behind you. You just don't know how to win in the end. It's just sorry.
That was a rough drop, man. That was a real rough drop. I watched it happen. They had a chance to win the game. And the first thing I thought was, 2 Georgia boys.
Hey. Mike Earls, what you talking about? Taking it where?
Hey, I'm just
man. I felt bad for Swift, man. The throw was on him. He's a rookie in his first game. Hey. But you got to make that catch, I actually like Swift a lot and think he'll bounce back.
That was my 3 words. Say it ain't Swift.
All right. Georgia going Georgia. They're my 3 words. That's just what they do. They don't know how to win it in the end. He'll bounce back, though. He's a great
player. 3 words. Damn it, man.
Damn Detroit Lions.
Hey, but I had picked them, and I picked them. And I picked them.
They should have won the game. They should have won the game. The whole narrative, like we got a whole different narrative on Mitchell Trubisky this week just because of that drop. Bro. I mean, he did make a good throw in the 4th quarter, like for sure. But that whole narrative is different if Swift catches the ball.
He's the hero. With the complete opposite happened, which means doom and gloom for Detroit. Okay.
So all right, these boys get ready to kick off.
Packers versus Vikings. 3 words. Fuck Jordan Love. I think Aaron Rodgers is about to go 14-2 and then walk up out of Green Bay.
Yeah, I agree with Kornheiser, man. Aaron Rodgers should have walked in there today and demanded a trade. He should have walked right in the office and said, "Nah, get me out of here, dog. Y'all drafted a quarterback. You won't get me any help. Haven't drafted a first-round offensive player in the first round my entire career, and now you're going to draft a quarterback? Here's what I can still do. Get me out of here."
Yeah. So who's trading for him? First teams that come to my mind, Cowboys, Bears.
Bruh, Aaron Rodgers with the Dallas Cowboys, pay him with Zeke. Good night. Good night.
Oh no, never mind. McCarthy there. That can't happen.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Dang, I forgot all about that. I forgot all about that. It was a good pipe dream for a second.
We never know. He just like whatever.
Yeah, Jerry like, hey, make it work. I'm paying both of y'all. Make it work. I'm Jerry Jones. I said, make it work.
Oh man, next game, Dolphin Pats.
3 words. I knew it.
Yeah.
You knew the Patriots was gonna beat them boys. Let's be real. I don't care if Tua, Tagovailoa, all that, he couldn't have done nothing for him, bro. And I'm gonna be honest, I thought that we was gonna see Cam push the ball down the field a lot more. I thought it was going to be a lot more explosive plays because that's something that they talked about, him being able to expand that playbook. And I was like, okay, well, at least show it. But I think that the game plan they had was you ain't got to show much. Just go out and win the ball game. And that's what they did. So I thought it was perfect for his skill set.
Yeah, I think so too. McDaniel had a opportunity to run this type of offense with Tebow when he was in Denver. But the thing is Cam can do some things throwing the ball that Tebow couldn't do.
Right, but let's
So
not
I think what you're going to see is a very similar offense to what he tried to run in Denver with Tebow, but it's going to be more effective. So you're going to see a lot of the zone reads and the RPOs and that sort of thing. I don't think he's going to push the ball downfield a whole lot until he's called to, because I think they're going to try to control the clock and really win games in the 20s probably.
Like they've been doing.
Yeah, so. But as far as that game, like I said earlier, I thought the Dolphins played well enough to win at every position except quarterback.
Well, you know what? I would love to see them play. I can't wait to see them play like the Ravens and the Chiefs.
Ush has arrived just in time as we're talking about New England. I'm ready for the slander.
Ain't nobody, you can't really slander them, bro. They just.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You must need to hear my 3 words.
Go ahead. No, we didn't hear your 3 words. Go ahead.
Damn. Ouch. Damn. That's what we're gonna be saying all year long as they use a pole Cam's rest of his little body. How many times did he run yesterday?
Yeah, he took
like 12.
Yeah,
they gonna use this man up all that's rest of him. He ain't gonna make it through the year.
You don't think so? You think they're gonna keep playing like that all year though?
We'll see. They realized the Dolphins could not stop the run, and then just like keep going and keep going. Their play action was looking real good though. Whew, Cam was right on target. 84% of their pass plays was play action.
Wow.
That's 80%. What it should be with a guy like Cam.
Right. But Cam got it right. Cam can push. I think that, because we've seen him do it in the past. Like he can push the ball down the field. Like I want to see some more of that. But maybe like you say, as the year kind of progresses, they'll start kind of opening it up a little bit more. Because both of them are getting used to each other at the end of the day. McDaniels and Cam, that is.
Where the Patriots gonna end up at the end of this year for us?
12.
Everybody think playoffs?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
12-4.
Yeah, bro. What you talking about, bro? You talking
they
about?
They play the Jets twice. They play the Dolphins twice. Split with the Bills. They're out of conference schedule. Let me look at their out of conference schedule. I think they're competing with the Bills for the division. One of those teams is going to be in the division. The other one's going to have a shot at the wild card.
I got 11-5, 10-6 at the worst, but 11-5 is what I have.
I'm pretty sure they play the Chiefs and the Ravens. What's these? You got their games up?
I'm pulling them up now.
We'll come back to it. Eagles, Washington's next.
Bruh, I was shocked. I ain't gonna lie to you, right? I ain't think the football team had it in them, bro. I did not think the football team had it in them. They that boy Dwayne Haskins was looking good. Like they just looked like they were gelling as a team. Like you really forget how great of a coach, Ron is. Like this guy knows what the hell he's doing. He knows how to get the best out of men. And they respect him. But I was shocked to see them boys pull that game out. They looked like a real damn football team. Now I can understand why they named it the football team, because they looked like one for the first time in a long time. Go ahead, Bump.
3 words. Fire Doug Peterson. He won that Super Bowl. My man wrote his book. His head blew up here. I honestly felt in my heart, after I found out he written a book after we won the Super Bowl, I was like, he had it ready, like hot. We won the Super Bowl, book was published. I was like, something ain't right here. He lost it there. His head blew up. Philly, we need to move on, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't know if it's Peterson. I don't know if they just committed to Wentz too much, but there's something that just doesn't feel right about the Philadelphia team, the way that the roster's constructed. Like the pieces just don't seem to fit together. Yeah, I don't know. There's just something. They haven't looked right since the Super Bowl. I don't know, like if they made the wrong choice at quarterback initially.
Yeah, you should. They should have kept Nick Foles in that thing, bro. I don't. It's just no way. I can't get rid of the man who got me just got me the Super Bowl. How could I? I know the money was tied up, but even the Seahawks showed you a few years ago, man. You remember they paid Matt Flynn all that money, and then you got this, this short dude, this short black quarterback come out of nowhere and just take over. That's how they won a Super Bowl. Been back to two, been to 2-1-1, man. So it's pretty hard to see them go the way of this guy. And then Wentz can't even stay healthy, bro. Like, we talk about a quarterback not making it. Like, I just don't think Wentz is gonna make it. He just not. But Philly's offensive line, their pass protection is terrible. Them boys is trash. They gonna get Wentz killed.
8 sacks. Can we move on? I really don't want to talk about more.
Oh, that's right. That's your squad, huh? My boy taking L's all over the place.
Yeah, Philly. The Phillies is looking good, though. If that means anything. Shout out Bryce Harper. Raiders, Panthers. 3 words. Gruden's real quiet. We ain't heard nothing about our boy.
Right. I forgot he was still coaching.
Out the Raiders about to make it to the playoffs. Been a long time since Derek Carr was 11-5. They finally back, fellas?
Yeah, I only have one word for the Raiders, and that's balance. They look like the most balanced team in football last week, but
more compliments.
I don't think they can keep it up, but they need to if they're going to make it to the playoffs. They're going to need to keep that balance because you can't just put all that on Carr. You're going to have to run the ball effectively, and that was probably the best game of the week from what I saw. And the thing I was most impressed with the Raiders was the fact that they got more out of the running game against Carolina than I expected them to.
Right. You got to put some respect on the Raiders' name, man. I got to see it over the course of a few games.
Carolina doesn't need them play that one loss. They played okay. They can build off of that.
Saying the Raiders is going to make the playoffs should have been your overreaction back early in this season. That should have been on the docket for one of your overreactions. Now, I think you're overreacting off of week one because, like Bunk said, we saw balance out of the Raiders. The stats that they put up.
You saying I'm overreacting?
No, I said by saying the Raiders are going to make the playoffs by watching them play that one game is an overreaction. Now I said, now you give me the next 5 or 6 games and they still balanced and looking good like that, then we can talk. But right now, no, bro. That's an overreaction.
I don't know. Jags.
Who?
Oh. I can't stand you. I don't know. Coach, who Bunk? I ain't gonna say their name again.
The Jacksonville.
Let me get my 3 words out the way.
CJ,
so CJ
go. CJ, you go. Give me that Duval. Give me that loud Duval.
Duval. Y'all look at my kids sleep. Well, I really get loud on y'all. Hey, man. So,
speaking of kids, before you take over, my 3 words: go home, Rivers. Go raise your kids, man.
That's where I was going. You stole it, bro. You a dirty dude.
Oh, my bad. Well, let's talk about how many he got. It was 13?
Bro, this man got a whole. He literally got the football team both sides. Hey, what you need? 22? Yeah, I got you, coach.
Start being a coach.
You need 22.
As long as the check clears.
Hey, Phillip Rivers gonna die on the field. Phillip Rivers is gonna die on the field. He's not ever leaving the field, bro. He got too many kids. Bro. He ain't enough investments in the world. I don't care what you say, but Jacksonville really surprised me. I thought the tank was on, man. Just to throw some shade on Tampa Bay, just to throw some shade on Leonard Fournette for him to say, I finally got a real quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like, to just throw shade on him. Right? So I'm like, come on, bro. Like, I can understand that Tom Brady, of course, is a much better quarterback. I mean, this dude is the GOAT. But, to say that against your former team, I know that was more of a dig at the organization more than it was to the players. But I'm like, come on, bro. Like, show a little class. And I know when he sat back with his, I think he had 5 carries for 5 yards, and he sits back and they losing the game and look up and see Jacksonville don't beat the Colts. So I feel real vindicated. Like, I felt cool about that. But it just kind of showed
the Jags record, man, at the end of the season.
My boy's gonna go 10-6, man.
Oh shit.
9-7.
We're going 10-6, bro. 10-6.
9 wins is pushing it. CJ, why you gonna hurt yourself? We're gonna make that include, man.
Man, look, if the listen, we got another W coming and Phillip Rivers come back out there.
So is Minshew y'all next 20 years? This your franchise quarterback?
I mean,
you gonna get that 450 like Mahomes?
Nah. If we just so happen to start sucking, coming back to reality, back to life, back to reality, right? Then I feel like we need to tank for Trevor Lawrence or Justin Fields. But if Minshew,
you go from 10-6 to tank for Lawrence.
No, I said
Florence.
I said if. Listen, bro, you gotta listen.
That's a big if.
That's why you got two. That's why you got two ears and one mouth. You're supposed to listen twice as much as you get. Listen. So what I said was, if the 10-6 does not work out and them boys start to look bad, I say you might as well tank for Lawrence or Justin Fields. But if Gardner Minshew keeps doing what he's doing, keeps being Minshew mania, 3 touchdowns, leading his team to victory, I say pay the man. Let's ride.
Please tell me you don't want to talk about the Jags.
Don't be no hater, bro. Cause your team garbage, bro. Don't be no hater.
I'm not hating, man. I think Minshew's fine. I think that team's going to continue to build around defense and running the ball, and the play action game should hopefully be there. But man, on the high side, 9 wins this year. But again, I think that division's wide open, so you never know. I don't think Houston's that much better than Jacksonville. I don't think Indianapolis is better than anybody. And Tennessee is, they caught lightning in a bottle at the end of the year last year. If Tannehill can stay healthy, he's a serviceable quarterback. But if you're asking him to stay healthy for a whole year, that's a tough ask.
7-9 next game. Browns versus Ravens.
What the Eagles gonna finish though?
3 words. Odell shit it on. Literally. I can't. They was talking about today on ESPN the last time this man had 100 receiving yards. When he gonna demand a trade?
Where you gonna go?
Miami. Play with Tua.
Well,
we gonna get Tua a wide receiver. Just like we got Kyler Murray.
I'd rather have Denzel Washington's son in Miami playing wide receiver.
He gonna win some ballers. Hey, what was his name? I can't think of his name on there. He don't win the ballers. Ricky Jarrett.
Yeah,
bro.
Ricky Jarrett, or something like that.
Yeah,
I'd rather have him than OBJ. And I'll tell you, as a rookie, a young Odell Beckham and a young Kelvin Benjamin carried my fantasy team to a championship as rookies.
Oh man!
And then man,
man. Listen, but see, I know why Ron wants him to go from Cleveland to Miami. He wants him to go from one shitty team to another shitty team. Unintended. I'll let myself out.
I want the best for Odell, man. I want to see him win. You know what he was supposed to go a long time ago?
Ron's trying to get me Odell Beckham and Julio Jones. I ain't gonna complain. We'll take them both.
Be excited.
If the rumors are true, Odell doesn't want best for himself.
Odell doesn't want what?
If the rumors are true, he doesn't want the best for himself.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
He's a masochist?
Listen, bro.
Like he likes to suffer?
If you let somebody do that to you, you obviously don't care about your health. You don't care about your well-being. You don't care what's best for you. You're thinking with something else, and I don't know what it is. Can't relate. So, no, I think Odell deserves to be on that shitty team where he's at, since he likes shit so much, allegedly.
Chargers Bengals.
Tyrod Taylor coming out there getting that W. Tyrod Taylor with a big fro, man. It's glorious. Glorious thing. Black coach. It's a beautiful thing to see. I mean, it's not like they're gonna sustain. One thing I took away from that game though, but Joey B, but Burrow gonna be a baller. I think that Burrow, like once he gets some talent around him, of course, the Bengals gonna beat him. But I think that kid showed that like I can play in this league. I mean, it was one game, we'll see. But he showed like he has that composure, like to bounce back from making mistakes and give it. He put his team in a situation of potential to tie the game. So it is what it is.
Similar to how Atlanta ruins players, Houston, a lot of bad franchises. My 3 words: damaged Joe Burrow. Because you saw they could not even get my man his first win. How much more do you need to go right? Missing the chip, AJ Green pushing off, everything going right, but everything going wrong. Trend for the rest of the year. Bengals may go 1-15.
Yeah, I don't see much out of Cincinnati this year.
1-15
For the Chargers, that's another wide open division, so you never know. Tyrod Taylor's serviceable, but he kind of feels like that guy that people get to play quarterback while they are waiting to draft a quarterback. But I'm a big Tyrod Taylor fan. I think he's a solid quarterback, and it's an open division, so we'll see what happens. But I probably it's open after the Chiefs. There's a wild card spot out there for somebody to try to get.
Yeah.
All right, we got 2 more games. Woo. It's a lot of games. We ain't even gonna do Monday games tonight. Bucks Saints.
Go ahead, Bump.
Tom Brady's done. No, that's that's my 3 words.
Man up Evans.
Nah, man, I ain't doing it. I'm not ready to go there yet. I've seen too much out of the guy. But, that's the week 1 overreactions. I'll tell you what, though, the Saints came out and handled business. It was eerie, an empty Superdome, but they came out and handled business. But again, man, I expect it would not surprise me to see those teams in the NFC South all kind of split with each other. I don't think there's a lot of separation. There's a lot of parity in some of these divisions, and I think the NFC South's a prime example. Like, it wouldn't surprise me to see teams that lost this week in that division bounce back and win next week.
The Saints are going to go 11-5, 12-4.
Yeah, they're the favorite.
Who's
right?
going to beat them?
The Saints. I don't see the Saints. The Saints are going to beat the Falcons twice. The Saints are going to beat the Buccaneers again, and the Saints are going to beat the Panthers twice.
Oh shoot, we got 2 more games.
That's 8 games right there. They gonna
So
go.
You don't think the Saints are going to lose a game in the division?
I mean, realistically, they're not going to go. But like just on paper,
schedule.
bro, there's no team that's going to match up.
So next week, Raiders. Then they play the Packers. That's their 1 loss. Lions win. Chargers win. Panthers win. Bears win. Got the Bucks again. We don't know. 49ers win. Falcons win. Broncos win. Falcons win. Eagles win. Chiefs, Vikings, Panthers. Chiefs and Packers. Maybe the Bucks still won.
What you got their record be?
Let's go 14-2. 13-3 if I'm being careful.
Well, that's a little steep, ain't it? I was trying to be
unless
you talking about the Saints.
We see Tom Brady do what we expect him to do what Peyton Manning did.
No, I think 11-5. 11-5 sounds about right for the Saints.
Tom Brady is who we thought he was. He's the same guy he was last year, bro. Now he's on a team that's not gonna get any calls. This ain't the Patriots, Tom. You're not gonna get them ticky-tack calls. Those no tuck cake, none of that shit. You ain't get none of them calls no more. All that shit out the window. It's over.
All right. Cardinals, Niners. Then we got Cowboys, Rams. Finish this out, CJ.
Who we got first? Who you said was up?
Cardinals.
Oh man, look, I was happy, bro. Did y'all see Fitz like run out when it was like a couple seconds left? The ball came. It was they didn't get it out of bounds. Fitz runs off the sideline. I guess like he was subbed, and he runs off the sideline, grabs the ball, like places it down instead of handing it to the ref. Like just to see him being that old and like hustling the way he was, and then not only that, but blocking the next play that led to a touchdown. But I'm like, but see, that is I hope all young men who want to play receivers look at Larry Fitzgerald like just never cried about it, just always balled out. The ultimate professional. I think it's so dope. I was happy for Kyler Murray. I was happy for the Cardinals. I did not expect it to go that way, fellas. I cannot lie to you. I thought it was going to be a blowout, to be honest with you, but can't ever predict it.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Hey, man, we talk about my backup quarterback. He on my bench.
Bro, I was just sitting here thinking, like, damn, once upon a time, Jimmy was like about to be taking over Tom's job. And now the dude that's taking Tom's job, I don't even know if I would want to hire Jimmy over him being Cam. How ironic is that?
Right.
Last game. Cowboys, Rams. Y'all want my 3 words? Major overreaction for the hometown squad. Rams to the Super Bowl!
Ooh. That D-line, boy, they defense something serious, boy. Because Dallas' offensive line is good. Like, I don't know, no doubt what you saw last night. Dallas has a good offensive line. Just them boys are different. But did you?
I hope you come back next around 3 at a time.
Cowboys come out and look like how they were supposed to score like 40 points. Oh, I'm gonna be talking about my defense no matter what happens this year.
No, the Rams is something serious. I don't know about no Super Bowl, bro. But they definitely they surprised me. I just knew. I mean, I know Dak is he really is crazy. Now he should have took whatever Dallas was gonna give him. My dude was talking about $40 million. Boy, you gonna get off my line. You understand this now? For every time he plays, Dak need to sit out, bro. Every snap Dak take, he loses himself money. He need to just sit down somewhere, man. But yeah, I thought Dallas was gonna win that game. I actually picked Dallas to win. So
Dallas has no coach, no direction, no shot at the playoffs. But then again, like, who's gonna win that division? Like, Dallas might get in the division, might win it at 8-8.
Washington football team.
I mean, they look good, but don't get in that week 1 overreaction hype. Right. Everybody in that division is gonna be 8-8, dog. Who's gonna win it?
All right. Any because it's getting late on my end. I gotta work, fellas.
I got your outro music ready.
I was gonna say any parting words, any final thoughts?
I'm just thankful that Bunk came to join us. I hope you come and join us, man. It's been a pleasure.
Right, man. Right, Bunk. Hey, look, baby, you come anytime you want, dog. You pull up. We pull up every Monday, man. Every Monday at 9.
Hey, man, I appreciate it. I really thank you guys for letting me come on the show. This has been a lot of fun, and I definitely will take you up on that offer. Come back.
My man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, our lords, we thank you. You gonna go ahead and outro me out, bro. I done did this now.
Spin it.